Finding a job is tough right now for thousands of Floridians. So when word of a new company coming to a small Bay Area town spread, people had high hopes.
Rural Hardee County gave this company millions of dollars, but as 10 News investigator Mike Deason discovered, a group of powerful politicians without any company and without any product already had their own plans for that money.
Welcome to Hardee County. It's about an hour east of Sarasota, and this rural county is worlds away from the life most of us know. Not only is Hardee one of the smallest counties in the state, it's also one of the poorest, with nearly 29% of the people living below the poverty level.
So, how long have you been looking for a job?
About a year and a half.
Tell me.
And just nothing out there. There's just nothing here.
This woman, we will call Teresa, is so embarrassed about being out of work, she asked us not to show her face. In the time she's been out of work, she's gone to the Hardee County Workforce Office twice a week, hoping to find anyone who will hire a 55-year-old woman.
I don't know what the future holds for me, but I just keep plugging along one day at a time.
Does it scare you?
Yeah, sure it does. That's a lot of days I feel like I'm one step away from being under the bridge.
Teresa might have been able to cash in on a $2.6 million economic development grant that the county was handing out, but it wasn't in the cards for her because some powerful people already had their own plan for the money.
I'm not interested in giving an interview.
Meet Tampa State Representative Jamie Grant. His company, LifeSync Technologies, pitched a bold plan to county officials. Give the company $2.6 million, and LifeSync would create a cloud-based medical records firm and bring jobs to Hardee County. Public records indicate Grant had powerful allies and partners, including State Representative Jason Broder from Orlando, State Representative Ben Albritton of Hardee County, and his brother, Hardee County Insurance Agency owner Joe Albritton.
Your facts are off there, Mike. You need to check your facts.
Well, Joe Albritton wasn't involved in.
Joe Albritton has no equity in my company. Has never had any equity in my company.
But we did check the facts, and look what we found in the minutes from the Hardee County agency that handed out the money. Joe Albritton, who was on the board that gave Grant the money, abstains from voting on an issue involving Grant's company because he's a part owner. In addition, Joe Albritton abstained at another meeting, and his disclosure form says both he and his brother, Representative Ben Albritton, could receive special gain from LifeSync.
The allegation that anybody that was involved in the grant process received equity that was related to a legislator or that a legislator gave equity to is just completely offensive.
But critics of the LifeSync deal suggest what is offensive is that it appears the deck was stacked because the head of the county agency that issued the grant is this man, Jim C. C just happens to be the uncle of the Albritton brothers and shares office space with Joe Albritton.
Their company received millions of dollars.
No.
They didn't receive $2.6 million?
They did. The company.
The company.
Not them personally.
No, but they were part of the company.
Not them personally.
But you don't see
Not them personally.
But they were part of that entity.
Not them personally.
But it doesn't stop there. Meet Sue Burge, the chair on the board. Burge's son was also hired by the company.
You don't think it opens you up to someone saying it creates an appearance of impropriety?
I can't help what people's opinions are. I just know that he was qualified for the job.
And Jim C., who approved the grant money, says the same thing about his son, who was also hired by the company.
Or I threw in my 2 cents and said, you need to hire my son or we're not going to give you any money. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I don't, just from appearance.
That's your insinuation.
Well, the insinuation is that it might
That's
look
your insinuation.
But it might look funny that your son and the chairman's son.
And when I've told the other people the truth, they don't want to hear the truth.
But the truth that the legislators involved in the company in Hardee County don't want anyone to hear about is this scathing report from the Auditor General, which said the $2.6 million should never have been given to the lawmakers' company, LifeSync. It cites several reasons. 1, the company wasn't legally qualified to get the money. 2, the company didn't offer proof it was capable of making it all happen. 3, there wasn't a plan in place to see how LifeSync was using the money. And finally, the Auditor General contends the $2.6 million didn't bring any economic benefit to Hardee County.
What about the Auditor General? Was the Auditor General totally off base?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And while the Auditor General's office here in Tallahassee is charged with looking into improprieties like it found in Hardee County, Grant contends that the Auditor General and this audit are completely wrong. And everything he and Hardee County did was completely right.
It's discouraging, it's disheartening, you know, and it's despicable.
And what muddies the picture even more is that the politicians who got the $2.6 million violated their agreement with Hardee County and sold their interest in the grant money and the product they never developed. In return, they got more than 1 million shares of stock from the new company. Meantime, since the Auditor General visited Hardee County, the $2.6 million has created a total of 10 jobs. And 3 have gone to relatives of those involved in handing out the money. Stay tuned. More to come.
Much more to come. Thank you, Mike.